The Spoliarium, a stunning massive painting of 13.8 feet by 25.18 feet on the first floor of the National Art Museum. It is an oil painting on canvas by the renowned Philippine artist Juan Luna. Luna spent 8 months from July 1883 to March 1884 completing the painting and upon submission to the Exposición Nacional de Bellas Artes in 1884 in Madrid. The painting garnered its first gold medal, and in 1886 it was sold to the Diputación Provincial de Barcelona for 20,000 pesetas. The setting is said to recreate a Roman circus, a large open-air venue used for public events in the ancient Roman Empire. It gives prominence to the dead and dying gladiators, which are stripped of their garments and weaponry and are being dragged to carcasses of the other gladiators. On the left side of the painting, there is an audience of people seeming to only speculate the carnage of the gladiators, while on the right side there appear to be a mourning family members, in search of their loved ones on the pile of dead bodies in the background. It is a painting with a dark color scheme and an even darker subject. The painting has an overall Renaissance vibe to it. The lines are soft, granting a naturalistic and realistic scene. The form and sculpt of the bodies are similar to the body types common in Renaissance paintings. The colors used are most shade of black and brown. There are also touch of white, red and blue. The color scheme ultimately enhanced the naturalism and realism of the painting, as well as depict a tragic star through the dark shades. There is a presence of a chiaroscuro, an interplay in light and dark in the painting, giving an eerie look to the artwork. The use of light and dark also makes the painting more stunningly tragic by giving emphasis to the remains of gladiators. The harmony of the elements and the principles of art in the painting reflects the brilliance of the master painter Juan Luna. The mood and the visual effect that this painting portrays can be considered to be suffering, mourning, pain, and defeat. The scene symbolizes a stark dissimilitude from the apathetic and general indifference of the crowds to the group of people with feeling of lamentation towards the dead bodies written well on their faces. The painting circulates around bloodied gladiators who were once a symbol of greatness and splendor, however lost and now being dragged like slaves. A true downfall, a great tragedy. The gladiators actually depict our country, the Philippines, as a country which was once clad with rich culture, but it took a turn for loss, leaving themselves to be dragged like slaves, stripped of weaponry to fight and garment to retain dignity. The Romans dragging the remnants of the gladiators portray our country's colonizer who oppressed and suppressed our dignity, strength and will. On the other hand, the mourning people represent the Filipinos who were still hoping for glory. The dimly lit lamps represent the little hope the people have, the most prominent of which is the woman who laid on the floor, having fallen to the ground after witnesses the death of the gladiators. Possibly close to one of the dead being ushered out, she had her back turned to the grisly scene, choosing to be willfully ignorant of how they treat the corpses. Note that the woman is dressed in blue, meanwhile the gladiator and the slaves are dressed in red, which shows a clear contrast of colors in a predominantly dark painting. Overall, the Spoliarium has excellently portrayed the essence of the political, social, and moral lives of the Filipino during the period of the Spaniard colonization. José Rizal had proudly lauded this momentous achievement of Juan Luna alongside Félix Hidalgo with his painting Christian Virgins Exposed to the Populace. With the Spoliarium, Rizal was happy to know that at long at last there were Filipino artists who had bluntly fought the tyrannical regime of the Spaniard through a simple but meaningful work of art. To add, he was even inspired by Luna's painting to carve a mark of his own to give glory to the country. This mark would later be known to us as Nolimetangare. People also had cited Juan Luna's unforgettable painting as it was more than painting, it was a book and a poem at the same time. It showed that Luna was more than just a painter, he was a legendary thinker. It was not just a mere mechanism of genius. For us Filipinos, the painting depicts a sense of justice. We must never see surviving gladiator as our heroes, if they hoard the spoils of war, stripping off all their rights to be a hero. Luna's Spoliarium will forever have a spot as one of the most remarkable treasures of the Philippine arts, because of its significance as a subject, brilliance as an artwork, and splendor as a masterpiece. It is a milestone touching the hearts of true Filipinos, and it makes our loud disposition as a country known for the unworried masses. Truly, the Spoliarium is a painting to be celebrated by the Filipinos.